Hey y'all, I want to start out by saying that I believe I made an error in my previous video when I said that episode 6 was my favorite one that I'd ever written. I screwed up, actually. Episode 7 is the episode I was thinking of. Episode 6 is a filler, a bridge to take us from 5 to 7. And all things considered, I probably could have eliminated it completely. But as I was saying, I probably could have eliminated it completely and still gotten there. But, you know, chalk it up to being being younger and, you know, just I don't remember what my reasoning was for doing what I did. I knew that I wanted to get Cyborg out of the essentially out of the picture temporarily because all of my ideas for episode 7 they didn't really involve Cyborg. So it was, you know, so I needed to get him out temporarily. So I also wanted to, you know, do a payoff for some of the tensions between him and Robin. And I wanted to start digging into some of the underlying more emotional issues for a couple of the characters, and I started doing that in episode 6, but it all really pays off in episode 7. So but we're gonna do episode 6 right now, and just wanted to do a little editor's note, if you will, that I had incorrectly said episode 6 was my favorite that I'd written. That is not the case. Episode 6 is it's probably the shortest one I wrote, actually, and it's basic. It's very utilitarian. It's to get the pieces into the places that I needed them in to do the story that I wanted to do in episode 7. So all of that in mind, I do hope you enjoy it, and you know, if not, I totally understand. It's not my best work in the series, but it from a utilitarian standpoint, it does serve the purpose that I was looking for at the time. If I did it today, I probably could have gotten there a little better, but you know, it just, we learn things, right? So here we go. Episode 6, Power Struggle. Teen Titans episode 6, Power Struggle. We pan out from Robin and Starfire's kiss, and floating in the air was Raven. A silent tear ran down her face. The opening credits roll, and then on the screen it says 1 month later. Raven, Cyborg, and Beast Boy sit around the table eating. Raven rolls her eyes as Starfire can be heard giggling as she and Robin approach. Robin and Starfire enter the room. "Good morning, all," Starfire says. "You're happy this morning," Beast Boy replies. Starfire, spinning around, says, "Yes, it is a glorious morning." Robin smirks. Cyborg shakes his head. Raven, looking disgusted, stands to leave. And then the alarm goes off. "Trouble," Robin says. Cyborg quickly accesses the computer in his arm. "Plasmus in the square." "Titans, go!" Robin yells. Cut to town square. Plasmus is attacking as people run and scream. The Titans arrive. Starfire blasting starbolts. Raven using cars as projectiles. Beast Boy charging as a raging Triceratops. Cyborg blasting his psionic cannon, and Robin throwing explosive birdarangs. Battle raged with Plasmus, sending Titans flying in all directions. "We need a new plan," Robin shouts. "I got one," Cyborg says. "Care to share?" "No!" Cyborg takes off. "Cyborg!" Robin yells after him. Cyborg ran with intent, blasting corners off buildings with no thought to civilians. "Cyborg, stop!" Robin yells. Cyborg blasts the foundations of the abandoned building, and it collapses on Plasmus. Cyborg blasts his psionic cannon down on Plasmus. "Booyah!" he yells. A disc attaches itself to Cyborg's chest and sets off an EMP. It causes Cyborg to collapse. Plasmus liquefies and escapes down a storm drain. And Cyborg reboots. He is furious. "What the hell, Robin?" At that point, Raven removed rubble with her powers, revealing the crushed body of a young girl. Sadness crossed the faces of all Titans, all but Robin and Cyborg. Cyborg's face was laced with shock, and Robin's was contorted with rage as he stared at Cyborg. Cut to Titan Tower as the Titans enter. "What the hell was that?" Robin said. "I was taking out Plasmus," Cyborg responded. "Did you give any thought to civilians at all?" "It was tactically sound, Robin. It was reckless and foolish, Victor." Cyborg, becoming angry, says, "Look, Boy Wonder, we can't save everybody. It's statistically impossible." Robin, throwing down pictures of the dead girl, says, "Statistically? You listen to me, Robo-Bitch. She is no statistic. She's a tragedy. A young life lost, not a goddamn number. We save lives. We do not decide some lives are worth saving and some are worth sacrificing." Cyborg says, "You know, if I was in charge, Plasmus wouldn't have got away." "Maybe not, but how many lives would you sacrifice to get him?" "I don't have to listen to this." Cyborg goes to leave. Robin calls after him. "The worst thing is you're still defending what you did. What are you, Victor? Robot or human? Man or machine?" Cyborg turns to face him, and Robin gets in his face. "'Cause if you're a man, act like one. If you're not, I've got plenty of jobs to give some dumb shit machine." Cyborg opens his mouth to speak, but Robin cuts him off, simply saying, "Decide." Robin storms out. We get to the roof where Robin gazes out over the sea. And Beast Boy comes up. "Robin?" he says tentatively. "Yes, Beast Boy." The thing with Cyborg, I can't help but feel like if that's what you think of him, like what could you possibly think of me? Robin looked at Beast Boy for a moment, and he reached out and rested his hand on Beast Boy's shoulder. And he said, "Garfield, you're annoying, presumptuous, and seemingly incapable of being serious. But you value human life more than anything. Which means that when the chips are down, I know I can trust you to make the right choice." Beast Boy looks up at Robin and nods. "Thank you." Robin turned back to the sea. "No, thank you. I need all the trustworthy allies I can get." Beast Boy hesitantly goes back inside. Cut to the next day. Plasmus is devastating the city before being hit with a sonic blast. Booyah! Cyborg yells as he rushes into battle. I'll show that pointy-haired little shit. Cyborg charged into battle, but Plasmus repeatedly sent him flying until he was finally consumed by Plasmus. Titans, go! Robin shouts as the Titans pour onto the battlefield. As they battled, Plasmus grew stronger. I have an idea, Raven says. Do it, Robin says. Raven transformed into a shadow and entered Plasmus. Suddenly, Plasmus stopped and melted away, revealing Cyborg and an unconscious man. Raven remanifested and said, put the host to sleep. No more Plasmus, Robin finished. Brilliant, said Beast Boy. Cyborg, you are unharmed, Starfire says. She attempted to hug him, but he remained stiff and uncaring. I didn't ask for any help. Dude, we just saved your butt, Beast Boy says. Shut up, Beast Boy. Cyborg, Starfire says. Cyborg pushed his way past her towards Robin. Stop, Raven says. She puts a barrier around him. Let him through, Raven, Robin says. She did. Cyborg approached Robin. I've had enough. Robin, with his hand on his utility belt, says, you ready for another nap then? Why don't you ditch the toys and fight like a man? Robin smiles. He unclicks his belt and says, okay. Robin stands, arms straight out to his sides, and says, give me your best shot, Bolt Bucket. Cyborg charged, throwing a punch. Robin ducked, placing a kick in Cyborg's solar plexus, sending him staggering. Cyborg charged again, another punch. Robin blocks the punch by pushing it away, exposing Cyborg's side. He punched Cyborg in the exposed area right below the arm joint, creating temporary nerve paralysis, causing Cyborg's arm to go limp. Cyborg, grabbing his arm, says, what the hell? That's just one of over 200 paralyzing strikes that I can implement even on a thing like you, Robin hissed. Cyborg furiously shouts, screw you! Cyborg shoots his psionic cannon at Robin. Robin leaps over it, landing behind Cyborg and striking him with fingertips in the lower back, causing Cyborg's legs to collapse underneath him. Cyborg cries out. Robin leapt again, landing in front of Cyborg, and performed a spinning back kick that caught Cyborg on the jaw, rendering him unconscious. Robin looks down at him, and then looked up at the Titans. He sighs. He says, let's take him home. We fade to black. We fade in on Cyborg laying on his bed, his eyes open. Cut to the living area where Beast Boy is playing games and Raven floats cross-legged in meditation. Starfire toiled in the kitchen making some monstrosity to feed her friends, while Robin gazed out the window. Cyborg storms in. Hey! Robin turned and locked eyes with Cyborg. Cyborg throws his communicator. I quit. He turned and stormed out, as his former friends watched him go. As Raven turned back to her meditation, she began to chant, Azarath, Metreon, and suddenly all the windows shattered. Raven collapsed and began convulsing. The Titans all shouted, Raven! Cut to black. Roll credits. So that was episode 6, Power Struggle, and and like I said, not my best work, but I needed to get certain pieces into certain places. I didn't want I didn't want Cyborg included in episode 7 for a couple of reasons. Number one, I was gonna need Cyborg for episode 8 because of his ability to basically help the Titans travel between dimensions. Don't want to give away too much, but it and it's funny because if I remember correctly, episode 8 I started but never finished. So and I actually don't know where that script is, that partial script. So I knew that I was going to be bringing him back in short order. But one of the main reasons why I didn't want to really include Cyborg in episode 7 is because episode 7 was going to deal a lot with Titans, their backstories, their histories, their personal emotional struggles and whatnot, and the things that torture them. And I'm just, to be completely honest, I never found Cyborg's backstory to be all that interesting. And I really I didn't want to include him. I do remember that I tried to come up with like something for him at one point, and I felt he was better served as a character going away for a little while and then coming back in heroic fashion, rather than me try and delve into his past and show whatever tragedies that he had to overcome. And it just wasn't it wasn't something I was interested in exploring, and nothing I had come up with for him felt like it was any good. And admittedly, he's not a character that I knew a whole hell of a lot about. He's definitely not my favorite Titan, although I always tried to be fair when I was writing and not, the idea that him and Robin clashed over, power dynamics. That's not shit I made up. Like that shit actually would happen. Not in exactly the same way I portrayed it, but hell, even in the cartoon, they had the two of them clash over power dynamics. So it just, I made that decision, and it wasn't just about not knowing enough about his backstory, because I'll be honest, I didn't know a ton about Beast Boy's backstory either. And what I did for Beast Boy in episode 7 is, well, it's a complete fabrication. It's not, I completely made it up. And I've actually since learned Beast Boy's backstory, and I humbly say I think what I did was better, but that's neither here nor there. So yeah, it just this was very utilitarian. I needed to get certain pieces into certain places, and like I said, I almost could have deleted it. I almost could have done away with it completely and just given another reason for Cyborg to be gone. But well, that was episode 6. So we'll get back at you with episode 7 in the near future. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I completely understand. Not my best work, but until next time, I'm King Carnage, and Carnage is right around the corner.